Last meeting, we were discussing a question of the promised Messiah being better than other prophets,
right.
And we mentioned that some reference will be used today, but these references are not available.
No. The passages he referred to were in the books or in the newspaper of 1922 or 20, something like that old.
Yes.
So for that I told the Imam Sahib to write home to Rabwa to send us the exact excerpts or the photocopies of the pages. But the counter, whether they come or not, is irrelevant. Let us accept his claim that this is written. Suppose that is written. But what I'm going to show is much more than what is written according to him, according to the questioner.
Yes.
If the people I'm going to quote, and I am going to give the references, when they have written this about the promised Messiah and the promised Mahdi, then in the light of that, in comparison to that, whatever he suggests is written is pale, is small thing as compared to that. Understand? First of all, I remind you that when there are traditions in the Shia books about the status of Imam Mahdi, the Sunnis generally say that the Shias exaggerate in this, so maybe they are not worthy of acceptance. But there is no reason whatsoever in Shia books to praise or elevate the status of Jesus, the promised Messiah. When anything comes about him, the Shias have no personal interest. So this is why I have chosen this from their books. One thing about how Hadhrat Muhammad looked at the Messiah which he himself promised. An Anas radiyallahu ta'ala anhu qala qala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam man adraka minkum Isa ibn Maryama falyakrahu minni as-salam. That if you find when the age, the time of Jesus, when he will come, convey my assalamu alaikum to him. Now, that man to whom Rasulullah sends his salam, is he a small thing in the eyes of these people? Why didn't he send salam to other mujaddideen before him? Such great names as you come across. Then Tabrani al-Awsat al-Saghir tells us, this is from Majmu' al-Bihar, Bihar al-Anwar and Durr Mansur. Durr Mansur, volume 2, page 445. Bihar al-Anwar, Jild 13, that is volume 13, page 183. Allah in Isa ibn Maryam laysa bayni wa baynahu nabiyyun wala rasulun. Between me and him is no prophet of God. Allah innahu khalifati fi ummati min ba'di. Allah innahu yaqtulu ad-dajjal wa yaqtulu as-saliba wa yada'u al-jizyata, the same jizya. Fatada'u al-harbu awzaraha ala man adrakahu falyaqra alayhi salam. Tabrani al-Awsat al-Saghir. Are they small things? Should they be annoyed at Rasulullah saying such great things about the Messiah to come? Then he's so important for the very survival of the Ummah that Hazrat Abu Ja'far bin Muhammad radiyallahu ta'ala anhu relates from Hazrat Sallallahu, and this hadith is in Ikmaluddin, page 157. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم كيف تهلك أمة أنا أولها وإثنى عشر من بعدي من السعداء وأولي الألباب والمسيح ابن مريم آخرها. This is, packed between the two. How can this ummah come to harm? Then Hazrat Shaykh Muhyiddin ibn Arabi, rahmatullah alayh, now listen to this. إن المهدي الذي يخرج في آخر الزمان يكون جميع الأنبياء تابعين له في العلوم والمعارف. جميع الأنبياء تابعه. It's not in if it is possible. The passage he refers to says it is possible that he could be. He says no, certainly. Hadhrat Shaykh Muhyiddin ibn Arabi. إن المهدي الذي يخرج في آخر الزمان يكون جميع الأنبياء تابعين له في العلوم والمعارف لأن قلبه قلب محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Why are they not annoyed? Why do they not lose temper at Hadhrat Imam Ibn Arabi? Is it justice? We are talking of the same status. So the difference is only in the identity, that's all. As far as the belief is concerned, their belief is no less than our belief regarding the status of Hadhrat Imam al-Mahdi. Right or wrong? Obviously it's right. Will you translate it first and then? Okay. Hazrat Shah Waliullah Muhaddis Dehlavi, one of the greatest scholars of the Indian subcontinent, who, a higher name than him cannot be quoted in somebody being expert in hadith, in traditions of the Holy Prophet. He writes, it is from Al-Khairul Kathir, page 72. يَزَمُ الْآمَّةُ أَنَّهُ إِذَا نَزَلَ إِلَى الْأَرْضِ كَانَ وَاحِدًا مِنَ الْأُمَّةِ. Some people say Jesus, when he descends from the heavens, will be one of the Ummah. كَلَّا بَلْ هُوَ شَرْحٌ لِلْإِسْمِ الْجَامِعِ الْمُحَمَّدِيِّ وَنُسْخَةٌ مُنْتَسِخَةٌ مِنْهُ فَالشَّتَّانِ بَيْنَهُ وَبَيْنَ أَحَدٍ مِنَ الْأُمَّةِ. You got it before you?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. Now this is the status of Masih Imam Mahdi as mentioned by Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah himself and by all the great divines of Islam who are considered as the holiest of the holy among Muslims. Then coming back to the Shia source, Hazrat Imam Baqir Majlisi, who has a very great status among the Imam of Shia, he says, يَقُولُ الْمَهْدِيُّ يَا مَعْشَرَ الْخَلَائِقِ. The Mahdi, when he descends, he will pronounce this. يَا مَعْشَرَ الْخَلَائِقِ. What's this? Allah. أَلَا وَمَنْ أَرَادَ أَنْ يَنْظُرَ إِلَىٰ إِبْرَاهِيمَ وَإِسْمَعِيلَ فَهَا أَنَا ذَا إِبْرَاهِيمَ وَإِسْمَعِيلَ. أَلَا وَمَنْ أَرَادَ أَنْ يَنْظُرَ إِلَىٰ مُوسَى وَيُوشَى فَهَا أَنَا ذَا مُوسَى وَيُوشَى. أَلَا وَمَنْ أَرَادَ أَنْ يَنْظُرَ إِلَىٰ عِيسَى وَشَمُونَ فَهَا أَنَا ذَا عِيسَى وَشَمُونَ. أَلَا وَمَنْ أَرَادَ أَنْ يَنْظُرَ إِلَىٰ مُحَمَّدٍ صلى الله عليه وسلم وأمير المؤمنين صلاة الله عليهم فها أنا ذا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وأمير المؤمنين. Could you say anything higher than that? Why do not all the Shia ulama say that Na'udhu Billahi min Zalik? Well, he is not among those Aimma, but his position, Baqir Majlisi, is a great alim and very highly respected. He quotes, you see, there are two names of Baqir. I want to clarify. The one who quotes in his book is Baqir Majlisi, but he writes about Hazrat Imam Baqir, who was one of the early Imams. Was it fourth or fifth or what? Baqir was his title. His real name was something else. Because of his great knowledge, he is supposed to be almost an ocean of knowledge. So Baqir was given that title to that Imam. So what he relates is about Hazrat Imam Baqir. Are you clear? You understood?
Yes.
And then, can they declare him to be a non-Muslim because he said this? So for the time being, let it suffice. We'll turn to other issues afterwards, please. earlier prophets, imagine, can you refer to them as nuskhatun muntasakhatun? There's no comparison, absolutely. But I think it's quite enough for the time being. When those references come, then we'll also quote, after reading the references which they misinterpret, try to misinterpret sometimes, we'll quote other references from Hadhrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad himself, which will throw a comprehensive light on the subject of what his status is in Let's leave it for that.
Yes.
Now, can they conceive an Imam appearing who calls himself an Imam al-Imam al-Mahdi and Masih and denying all these things? Can they conceive such? Would they believe in him? They say, you say you are not like that, no, you're not like that, you're not like that, and Muhammad says the Imam would be like that and like that, so you're a liar, you're an impostor. He had to say these things.